What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another Read Aloud by Coach T. Today, I will be reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Hot Mess, Part 2 by Jeff Kinney. From the picture, the beach house looks a little small to me, and there are a whole lot more people in the family now than there were when Mom and her sisters were young. But what I'm really nervous about is the combination of people going on vacation together. Mom and her sisters only see each other a few times a year, and there's a reason for that. Whenever they're together, all they do is fight. And sometimes it gets so bad between them that Grandma has to step in to break things up. So I want to say for the record that this whole trip is a bad idea. The way I see it, a family vacation is like a recipe, and some ingredients just don't mix. Mom's been trying to get me and my brothers excited by showing us old photo albums from her family vacations on Rudy Neck Island. But every so often, there's a page where someone was cut out of a picture. Oh no. Mom explained that if one of my aunts dated some boy and they broke up, Grandma would cut them out of the photo. That's because she feels like family photo albums are only for family. All of a sudden, something I always used to wonder about made sense. When I was little, I found an envelope stuffed with cutouts of teenagers, and I never knew who they were. I'd play with them like they were action figures, and I created these crazy storylines for each character. Tell me where you're hiding the secret plans. I'm not giving them up without a fight. Then prepare to meet your doom. The last time Mom's family went to Rudy Neck Island, she and her sisters were in high school. Aunt Keiki must have had a boyfriend that summer because there were a bunch of pictures of her next to someone who'd been cut out. Oh no. But when I asked Mom about Aunt Keiki's boyfriend, she said it was a long time ago and she couldn't remember anything about him. I guess Grandma got sick of cutting ex-boyfriends out of photos because eventually she made a rule that you're not allowed to be in family pictures unless you're officially married in. And that's a little awkward for Vincent, who's been dating Aunt Keiki for 6 years. 6 years! But always has to stand behind the camera when we take our family photos. We learned our lesson about this kind of thing by taking too many pictures of Noah, who dated Aunt Veronica for a while. Everybody in the family loved Noah, and he was front and center in a lot of our pictures. In fact, a couple of times, he even made it into our family newsletter that Grandma mails out every year. The Family Folies. Noah does it again. Promoted to regional manager. What will Noah do next? Unfortunately, it didn't work out between Noah and Aunt Veronica. Oh no. So he vanished from the family newsletter. And that made things kind of awkward whenever our family would run into someone who was on the mailing list. Hey, any updates on that Noah fella? But what was even more awkward was when Grandma found out Noah still had a t-shirt from our family reunion, and she went to his gym to make him give it back. Hey, give me back that shirt. You're not a part of our family anymore. Okay, I'm sorry. I think Vincent's planning on proposing to Aunt Keiki one day, and he knows he needs to get Grandma's blessing first. He's been working hard to impress her, but I can tell she's going to milk this as long as she can. To be honest, I really don't understand why Vincent's so eager to be a part of our family. In fact, if he wants my slots, I'd be happy to just hand it to him. And I don't know if there are lawyers or paperwork involved in that kind of a deal, but I'd be willing to do whatever it takes to get this thing done. Even though I'm not looking forward to spending a week at the beach with my family, there's one thing I'm excited about doing, and that's going out to eat. Mom says Rudy Neck Island has a bunch of restaurants, and I'm planning on eating at a different one every night. At home, we almost never go out to eat, and when we do, it's almost always to a family-style restaurant like Corny's. So I'm looking forward to going to a restaurant where they don't use a garden hose to clean off your table. Whoosh! It would also be nice to go to a place where you eat off of a plate instead of from a bucket. But I'm kind of worried about how my family might behave at a classy restaurant because the last time we ate at a fancy place, it didn't go well. We went out for dinner to celebrate Mom getting her master's degree, and the restaurant had white linen tablecloths. Oh, you fancy, huh? But my family's used to going to places like Corny's, where the tablecloths are made of paper, and you can draw on them with crayons and markers. And before anyone realized what he was doing, Manny had covered his end of the table with drawings. Oh no. I guess those fancy tablecloths are expensive, because the restaurant made my parents pay for it. But Mom decided that if we had to pay for the tablecloth, that meant we owned it. So we took it home with us. And now we pull it out every time we have a special meal. But whenever one of my cousins comes to our house, they write on the tablecloth. And the last time Aunt Gretchen's family came to visit, one of her twins wrote a bad word in 6-inch letters in permanent marker. Ah! What are you doing? This thing with the tablecloth never would have happened if the members of my family just knew how to act civilized. The end. Stay tuned for the next part in this reading series. Go grab Jeff Kinney's new Diary of a Wimpy Kid Hot Mess book from your local store like Walmart.